Alright guys, we're back in the shop. If you watched yesterday's video. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go where I can go. We have got a lot to do, and where I wanted to start was on these fender openings. Let me go turn that off. Okay, so it appears my lead hose is leaking, so we're just going to have to listen to it a bit. It'll quit in a little while. So I've already kind of started making a frame years ago when I was doing this, and you can see where I had added some interior. That's just rebar in there. That's some kind of janky stuff. I still need to cut out the inside in here. I'm not sure that we're going to really be able to get into that today. But what I would like to do is get it up on the stands. I need to prepare the tail of the car that goes right there and around the bonnet, or the rear, the hood is laying inside the car right now. When it was up on the stands, it was okay for it to be on the car because it didn't lay out enough to hit the ground, and unfortunately it's going to have to be trimmed back, and that's one of the things we're going to have to work out before we start building this arch, because we need to build the arch, and somewhere around in here the arch is going to meet the firewall. I mean, the arch is going to meet the body of the car, and it needs to come back down, and that's where I'm going to have to get really creative. Most of the time on a Volkswagen or a Volksrod that would have had this level of work done to it, you just chop it off. You wouldn't be able to put the bonnet back over the engine, the hood back over the engine, because it would sit too low for the engine to, the engine would stick through it. So you just square off the back of the car and you would go out. And you probably also wouldn't have chopped up the back of the car as much as I did to make it rear wheel drive. And you know, all of this is hinging on lots of things. But you know, alright, anyway, enough of that. Let's get into it. Oh, welcome back. It's another episode of Febudaily. So what I'm going to do is we're going to get this car up in the air, and we're going to reattach the rear tail, and we're going to figure out about where we need to cut it off. Alright guys, I got it held in place on the other side with a pair of pliers, and what I'm trying to do, I'm going to probably have to I don't have it held on the other side with a pair of pliers. We're going to have to get something underneath this apron to hold it. I thought that I cut this apron off of this car, but I don't think I did. I may have. It's been a while, guys. It's really been a long time since I've mucked with this thing. And what I'm trying to do right now is just create a good gap. Let me throw this pair of pliers, see if I can get a good gap so we can throw a tack on this side. We're going to keep right on. We're going to do Febudaily. Alright, we want to get this gap looking as good as we can get it. And it needs to be better than that. Alright, there we go. I may have to get up. I'm going to tack this in place. It's overlapping just a little bit. Come here, welder. Yeah, it's gonna have to be cut and butt right there. Alright, this sheet metal on these Volkswagens is extraordinarily thin. And I have got this welder set on about to. Yeah, we're going to do the cutting button, bring it in right there. And we got enough weld on this side to hold it in place. Alright, I'm going to get the other side welded up, and we're going to come back, and I'm going to get something to go underneath the apron down here. Old tip sticking. Can't imagine why. Guys, this welder don't do so good on low. It's fabulous for welding heavy duty stuff. But so I think we may end up breaking out the other welder, the small miller, to work on this, do a lot of this work. I want y'all to see we got the apron in place. It latches. It may need a little work. This side looks really good. The side over here, not so much. It needs to come up right there at this thing. This apron has got a huge dent right here, and a bunch of Bondo in it. You know, I bought it like that, and you can see right there where it's creased, so it's going to have to be straightened here before we get too far carried away. But it's tacked into place, and if I need to cut it loose, it's just a tack. Like I said, it fits really good. We do need to straighten this part, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the grinder, and I think I want my body. We're going to have to be no longer than probably about 2 inches long on the tail, or we're going to hit the ground. I'm thinking an inch. Can y'all even see what I'm talking about? No, because I didn't point the camera in the right place. Alright, so what I'm going to want to have only about an inch below the down here, or it will hit the ground whenever the car is aired out. That's the reason why I had this tacked on. That's the reason why I took it back off, was because we moved the car and this tail will hit the ground with it aired out. So I'm going to leave this section right here, and I'm going to chop that off. I'm just going to chop this off, because I think what I want the fender to do is come back around like this and come down to a little strip that rolls across the bottom. And we're gonna, I'm probably, if you'll see how I've got the chassis built in the back of the car, my intention on this thing was to be able to put a track bar or a Watts link or something, and have where the gas tank would sit right there. I think what I'm actually going to do is, once I get the body built and I know exactly what shape the bottom of the car is going to be like, Then we'll redo this part of the chassis. I'm going to go from, I've only got 3 links in there right now because 8.8 out of an Explorer is off-centered. Y'all probably, if y'all watched my earlier video about narrowing the 8.8, the left side is longer than the right side. So as you can see, there's plenty of room on this side for on the left side for a mount, but there's not any room on the right side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a truss to go over the axle, and I'm going to do a triangulated 4-link. So I won't need any kind of locator in the back. I won't need a track bar or a Watts link or anything. I'll just have triangle 4 bars, and I've got oh guys, the arthritis is kicking in. What I'm going to do, I want to make the top link the same length as the bottom links so that the travel is, the pinion stays in the same plane when it goes up and down. Let me turn this welder off. Y'all get in the habit of when you're welding to turn the gas off. There's nothing worse than going in the house at night and coming back 3 days later and all your gas has run out because you left your tank on. So even if you're not going in, get in the habit of turning your tank off so you don't lose your gas. Anyway guys, like I said, that's probably more than, it's not what I wanted to get done tonight, but it was more than, whew, what is in that chair? I sat on something on the floor, I think, guys. Okay, so we've got that back in, and this is kind of what I'll let y'all see from the back. If you can see up in there, I need to get some more lights, as always. I kind of want the fender well to come out like that, so that means we're going to have to cut some more of that off. And all I'm going to do is get the fender well shaped like I want it, and then we're going to have to figure out, I think it's just going to have to roll and meet with the car, and that's the game right there. I'm not really, ooh, oh, no wonder, look, that piece of wire keeps sticking me right in the butt. So I think before I go in, I'm going to go ahead and chop that down so I can come out here tomorrow. The wife and I we're planning on going to Raleigh. So I don't know how much work I'm going to get done tomorrow. There will be a video for y'all on the 8th because right now I'm about 4 days ahead. So we'll definitely have you a February 8th video. I do not know if I'm going to have videos every day this year, but I'm going for it. So anyway, like and subscribe. Come back tomorrow and we'll do some more welding on this ratty 74 Ilsa Bug Volkswagen Beetle thing with the Windsor engine in it. I'll see y'all later.